at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Tigers' kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll pull it down. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Shoots it to the left. He's got him wide open. It's a seam wide open. Lowers those pads. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. A run for the quarterback. Nice move there. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They finally get the glory. Everything changes as far as program expectations when you win that first national championship. Fans, boosters, alumni, media, now all expecting much, much more, aren't they, David?
Yeah, but you still get to celebrate because you were the king. You were the king of college football. You won it all. A lot to be excited about. Palmer, now you work on the next season and repeating and all that goes with it.
And it should still be good, too, right? Because winning that first national championship brought in so many good recruits, brought in so many players through the portal. You can make an argument their roster this year is better than last year's national championship roster. So I'm excited to see what they do today. And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Tavian on the play action. Hit as he throws, and he gets it away.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, we mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
On the run, fires downfield. Working the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Iamaleava. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. 2nd and long here. Iamaleava to the air again. Left side is Harris.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Making the adjustment. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Oh, pressure's coming. He'll get rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give. Swamped immediately. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Out wide left, it's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the back. Sees some running room. Turning it on. He's at the 50. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and out of bounds, he's now up to 58 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. St. Clair. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggression.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard
underneath toaster coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Give him 96 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. And the Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. St. Clair can hold on in the face of the contact. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Buying a little time to his left. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Throwing St. Clair. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
The run inside. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can...
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Got a little space. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, this guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Got an alley. Breaks